How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator Survival Series. So we are in the middle of a delivery that came from Boise, where our new depot is, which is doing pretty well right now, which I'm very excited for. And we are heading down to sort of Ogden area. Well, not sort of, exactly Ogden area. So not much on the road. We just had a sleep. There's a way station coming up, so we might get pulled in for that, but that's okay. Everything's in order. The truck's in good condition, so nothing to worry about surrounding that except for loss of time, but we're still doing very, very well on time, so no real worries. It'll just be a slight annoyance if we get pulled in, but it'll be absolutely fine. No issues. Right, there's a lot of trucks coming up at quite some speed, so let's try and merge in here pretty smoothly, or as smooth as we can. Dance for Pedro. Who the hell's Pedro? No idea. Alright, if anyone knows who Pedro is, then let me know in the comments below. And that was not supposed to rhyme. I've been rhyming quite a bit lately. In these videos, at least about one per episode, and I promise you it's not intentional. It really isn't. It just kind of happens, but that's fine. So what does that say? Northland. Okay, we are in Northland at the moment. There's some nice trucks over there. Beautiful. Let's reset tracker. Oh, there we go. Whoa. Okay. Control. Breathe. Think. Ogden. There's a signboard that said Ogden, so we're turning right up here. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think what that map looked like. Yeah, we're turning right. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we're turning right up here. And then, yeah, it's basically a straight shot to... Oh, jeez, why are you going so slow? Speed up! Oh, it's such a nice, smooth slipway. Why are you slowing down to 40 miles an hour? What an idiot. Right, carry on. Right, are we gonna get pulled in? Trucks over 26,000 pounds? Dang it. Alright. Why doesn't he get pulled in? Come on. How's that fair? He just gets to go. Why? He was in front. Why don't they pull him in? I'm guessing it'll be slightly dangerous to pull him in and not me because I'm behind. So yeah, technically, well, logically you'd think he's in front. He needs to get pulled in. But if he gets pulled in and he needs to slam on the brakes and I'm behind him, that'll be dangerous. Ah. Yeah. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I just thought about fuel, but it looks... Yeah, we're still good on fuel. We can still do 650 miles, and we've only got 127 miles to go, so we're all good. Right. Florid. 21 Celsius and it's 2:50 in the morning. 10 to 3 in the morning. I'll tell you what, that is pretty good temperature because at the moment in South Africa, in Johannesburg where I live, well, I'm like right on the outskirts of Johannesburg. So I mean, I've been here for almost 9 years now, and this year we've had the coldest winter that I've ever experienced in South Africa. Not just Johannesburg, in South Africa. We've had a bloody cold winter, and it sucks. Because, well, I mean, I generally suffer from allergies. But then what happened is, a few months ago, I think it's almost like 5 months now, I stopped vaping. So I used to smoke for about 3 years. Then I stopped smoking and I went over to vaping. And then I vaped for about 3 years. And then about 5 months ago I stopped vaping and everything altogether. But what happens sometimes, and this happened to me, is when you stop smoking or vaping, your body sort of goes into a state of shock, kind of, and your whole respiratory system isn't used to what's happening right now, all of this clean air and everything, and you produce like a lot of like phlegm and mucus. I know this is a bit of a weird conversation, and I apologize for that, but yeah, you produce quite a bit of phlegm and sort of mucus, and then it's like, it's uncomfortable, it's very uncomfortable. And now we've got this super, super cold winter. Well, for us it's cold. I mean, for some of you guys, especially like some of the Europeans and the Americans that's sort of further north, it's not that cold, but we've had a few days in the minus, and that's in Celsius. So we've had like -4, -3, -2 Celsius, like early in the mornings, but even during the day it stays like well below 10 degrees Celsius. So I know for some parts of the world it's not that cold, but for us it's really freaking cold. So don't judge me. But with that cold, and the thing is, we've got a very, very, very dry cold, because we don't get rainfall in winter at all, like zero. We only get winter or rainfall in summertime. Cape Town, they get winter rainfall, yeah. So Cape Town gets rain in wintertime and basically nothing in summer. Us in sort of Gauteng area, we get no rain during winter. So the air becomes super dry and it's really cold. And we are 1.7 kilometers, so just over a mile above sea level. So the air is very, very thin. And then being a big city, the air is also very, very dirty. So it's just a recipe for disaster, really, because you've got almost no air at all. The little air that there is super dirty. And then that dirty air is freaking dry and is freaking cold. And that causes a lot of respiratory issues. And then when you've just quit smoking as well, which causes some respiratory discomfort, it just multiplies and it becomes really, really crap. I'll tell you that much. I've been feeling like kind of ill-ish for like 2 months, maybe even 3 months, probably about 3 months. Yeah, it's probably the better part of 3 months, thinking about it now. I've just been feeling kind of shit for a couple of months now, and because I've got this whole sort of like a post-nasal drip thing going on, and it's just uncomfortable, you know, it's just everything's stuffy and uncomfortable. I just freaking hate winter, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I'm very, very glad that I stopped smoking, and if you're a smoker, you should stop. You only realize how bad that stuff is for you when you actually stop. I mean, it's terrible. So, but anyway, I mean, I'm very glad that I did that, but my timing was terrible. I should have stopped in summertime, when we had a lot more humid, warmer air. It would have been a lot more comfortable stopping in summertime. But it just sort of worked out that, I mean, I wasn't really planning on stopping. I just got bronchitis, and I thought it's probably a bad idea to be vaping while you've got bronchitis. So I didn't vape, and by the time I got over the bronchitis, which took a while because they wouldn't give me antibiotics, which you'd normally give for bronchitis, because they weren't sure if it's maybe the virus, which it wasn't. I was tested. It wasn't, but because they didn't know, and it takes a few days for the results, they never put me on antibiotics. So they just sort of treated some of the symptoms. They gave me some medication just to lighten the symptoms. So it took a while for me to get over that. It would have been a lot quicker if I went on antibiotics, but yeah, they couldn't give me antibiotics at the time. So by the time I actually got over the bronchitis, there was no point in going back to vaping, because I was already sort of over the worst of the cravings. I mean, the cravings can last for like 3 months, but by that time I was already offered, oh, we can bypass the station. Great. By that time I was already not vaping for like 2, maybe 3 weeks. So it's just like, what the hell's the point of going back? So I just got rid of the thing and got rid of everything that I had, vaping related, and I never went back to it, and it's one of the best things I ever did. But yeah, my timing was just wrong. But like I say, it wasn't planned. I always sort of wanted to stop, and I tried a few times, but it's quite difficult to do. But I'm very, very glad that I did. It was just, yeah, the timing sort of sucked, and I've just been kind of feeling crap for quite some time. And yeah, I mean, I've figured out by now how to deal with it. It did sort of give me a bit of anxiety at a stage, because it's sort of, all of these respiratory issues comes with obviously some difficulty breathing, and with everything going on in the world right now. Oh, we need to go right here. Everything going on in the world right now, the last thing that you want is difficulty breathing, because everyone immediately assumes that yeah, you've got a problem. Let's just hit the brakes. Dang it. I did not expect that to be a traffic light. But yeah, so everyone sort of immediately goes, oh, that's not good. You can't breathe. Well, obviously, not being able to breathe is not a good thing ever. But it's not because of what's going on in the world, but everyone just immediately assumes that it is. But we've established that it's not. So yeah, it just kind of makes you nervous every now and again. Every so often you kind of like get a bit of anxiety, and at one stage I was quite heavily suffering with anxiety a few weeks ago, but which was weird for me because I've never had any form of anxiety. I've always been a very sort of happy-go-lucky, take one day at a time type person. So I never really suffered with things like anxiety or anything. My vision and my idea was always, you know what, you worry you die, you don't worry you die. Which is the truth. I mean, that's the way it is. So I just sort of always lived by that. And yeah, so I never experienced anything like anxiety before until a few weeks ago. And I'll tell you what, it freaking sucks. People that suffer from like chronic anxiety, I feel for you guys. That is not fun. That freaking sucks big time. Turn those lights off because I can't even see the traffic lights. So yeah, people who suffer with chronic anxiety, dang it. I mean, that's not cool. I mean, that is not cool at all. It really sucks. I mean, I had like some anxiety for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, and jeez, that was tough. Honestly, that was not fun at all. But I'm good now. I'm fine because I sort of learned how to deal with it. And really, the only thing that'll sort it out right now is summer, and luckily summer's coming. We're about a month away from warmer weather. It's sort of heating up already. I think we're through the worst of our winter. Our worst hit about maybe a week, 2 weeks ago. It was damn cold. But I think we're through the worst of it because looking at the temperatures, we're sort of up into the 20s again, which is kind of nice. I think next week, I'm talking time of recording, I think in a few days' time, we're dropping down to about 16 again. But I mean, 16 I can deal with. 15, 16 I can deal with. But like sub 10? No. I cannot deal with sub 10 temperatures. It sucks. Even though it didn't bother me that much in Ireland. Because my wife and I lived in Ireland for about a year. And just under a year. And it really didn't bother me that much. The cold didn't bother me. But I think it's because everything's built to deal with the cold. So everything's warm. You've got central heating in your houses and everything. And your clothes are made for cold weather. To keep you warm. Homes are built to keep you warm. We're in South Africa, it's backwards. We get very hot summers. And like fairly mild winters compared to other parts of the world. Except for this year, we got a very cold summer, which is, yeah, cold for us, again. But because of that warm summers, our houses are built to get warm air out and keep cold air in. So it's great in the summer. You, like, where my wife and I live, we don't need air conditioning because the place is cold. Through summer, it can be 35, 40 degrees outside and our house will be cold. I mean, it'll be like low 20s inside the house because the houses are built and they're very, very efficient at keeping hot air out and cold air in. But that backfires on you in wintertime when it's just getting rid of all of this warm air. So even we've got a fireplace, even if we put the fireplace in, the house literally just vents that hot air out and it just stays cold. I mean, you literally have to stand right in front of the fireplace to get any form of heat. So yeah, we've got some ideas how to fix that. So everything works a little bit better in all seasons, but yeah, we're not going to do it right now because it costs a bit of money. And yeah, with all of this crap going on in the world right now, there's not a lot of money going around right now. We've been hit pretty damn hard with all of this going on. So yeah, I'd really love it if everything that's going on right now regarding, yeah, all of what's going on, you guys know what I'm talking about. I don't really want to say it because YouTube doesn't like it. I really wish that all of this would just go away right now. That was a big rant episode. It really was. I mean, yeah. My bad. So, sorry for the rant, but it's just good to vent every now and again. And sorry about sort of the phlegm and shit. Alright. I don't know how much space is back here. That's why I'm reversing it in. Because judging by those trucks over there, probably not going to be a lot of room to turn around in here. I didn't expect to turn in on that angle. I expected it to sort of be sideways, not completely backwards. Like what we're facing now, I thought that's how we're gonna have to park this thing. Apparently not. Alright. Wrong gear. What is with that train, that crossing bell? Jeez, like, it's noisy. I really want to make sure everyone knows that there's a train coming. I did not turn that soon enough. Alright, take 3. We'll get this. Sooner or later, we'll get it. Alright, here we go. We'll get it this time, I promise. Alrighty, there we go. Should be good. There we go. Fantastic. Let's do that. Handbrake on, lights off, engine off, and disconnect. $91,600. Nice. Creeping up to level 18. I want to get to level 19. Is it level 19 we need to do, or to be, for the triple trailers? I think it is. We're getting there, slowly but surely. Let's have a quick look at our drivers. How they're all doing. Ooh. Dave's making good money. Honza's making good money. Thomas, not so much, but not bad. And these guys are starting to make some money. So that is good. Profit for the last 7 days, $35,500. Average daily profit, $5,000. That is freaking good. That is really good. Let's have a look at the map. See if we've got some drivers. Oh, we've got drivers all over the place. How cool is that? Okay, so that is us. Oh no, that's yeah. Why did that say Logan? Never mind. Okay, so that is us. And then we've got someone down here, Las Vegas. That's Thomas. He's on his way to Newport. Dave is on his way to Newport as well. From Vegas. Hello? Interesting. Where is Newport? I don't freaking know. No idea. Anyways, then Robert, which is one of our new drivers, is on his way back from Klamath Falls to Boise. And then Kathy is on her way from Boise to Idaho Falls. That's kind of cool. And then Honza is, oh, he's traveling a long distance. Oh my goodness. Kennewick to Las Vegas. And then Melanie is driving from Spokane back to our depot in Boise. So that is pretty freaking cool. No one down in sort of New Mexico area. I don't really want to buy a depot down there either because there's not much room to sort of move around. I like to buy sort of central because then they can sort of split out, which is exactly what they did, which is kind of cool. Where if you sort of buy in a corner there, they can only go this way. Where if you buy here, they can sort of go anywhere, which is kind of cool. And it should be more profitable because there should be more jobs available, logically. But I don't know if that's how the game works. I would think so. But anyway, whoa, that was big stutter. Jeez, like that dropped to like 4 frames a second. But that is our 8 tons of forklifts delivered. And that was pretty good. No damage, no nothing, no incidents on the road. Only got pulled into a way station once. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. So we'll grab another job in the next episode and see how our drivers are faring. Looks like they're going to do okay so far, and the loan is not going to be too much of a problem. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll see you all next time.